Cool. Okay, here's Sherry. Got it. All right. So once again, Happy New Year. And I thought it would be timely to share a new model, a model that's out there in creating goals and outcomes. And why I think this is important, many of you, either with yourselves or people that you know, will write out their goals in January. And then by the end of or the middle of February, they're no longer even motivated to complete their goals. So, what I'm going to demonstrate, actually not demonstrate, well, demonstrate and teach to you is, is various processes within the creation of the outcome to where you probably will not get motivated and you will be more aligned and congruent with the goals and outcomes that you create. So that's the plan for today. I know we have 3 hours. I don't know how long it's going to take. I'm thinking that I'm going to work with somebody one on one, and everybody else will kind of watch and apply it to yourselves. And I'm here. Okay. So let me just, for those of you who don't know me, I've been a coach working in the healing arts for probably close to 40 years. Uh, I've done Ironman triathlons, marathons, written books, speak all around the place, and I love it. And what I stumbled on, like back in the 1980s, I read a book called Unlimited Power by Anthony Robbins. And that's all about NLP. And I've been exposed to it back then, got into it.
Sorry, Michael, I'm going to just stop. Could you guys please mute yourselves? Please, everybody mute because there's background noise.
So I read Tony Robbins, immersed myself in NLP, took a break from it for a while, and then in the last 2 years, 3 years, immersed myself. And now I've become a certified trainer in NLP. And NLP works with, rather than content, it works with structure. And probably when I say that, you don't even know what I'm talking about. But in our brains, when we make decisions, when we think about things, we're either making pictures, we're having a feeling, or we're hearing something. And then there's a sequence that each of us use these different modalities. And that's what NLP calls structure. So keep that in the background. So let's see. What I'd like you to do is to pick an area of your life. So it could be any area of your life, but let's just say spiritual, relationships, family, career, finances, health, and wellness. Those are the typical, I'm going to call it 5 or 6. We're certainly not limited to that. For today, for these few hours, I'm going to invite you to pick an area of your life, of one of those areas, and we're going to create goals and outcomes around that. So I'd like you to take a minute and choose an area and let me know, just kind of with a finger, that you've done that.
Michael, could you go over those categories again, please?
Absolutely, absolutely. So there's spirituality, whatever that is to you. There's relationships, could be intimate relationships, could be relationships with your kids, relationships, work, career, finances. In the world of career, it may be, you've been doing something for 25, 30 years and you're ready to do something different. That might be something for career, creating an outcome. Health and wellness. So those are the typical, and family. Those are the typical categories. And for right now, I'm going to ask you to choose one and then let me know when you've all have done that. Cool. All right. I want to create two open loops. I like to do that when I give talks, and then we'll go to work. So I want you to imagine with me, you're standing on the beach. It's 5:30 a.m. in the morning, and as I'm standing there, there's about 75 men and women in bathing suits, really cut, ripped, in great, great shape. The sun is starting to come up, and I'm thinking to myself, what am I doing here? Why am I here? And then the gun goes off, and we all run into the ocean. I hear an echo.
Who's on the Samsung? Who's that on the Samsung SM?
Sheriff?
Is that Sherry?
It was me. No.
Oh, could you just please mute that?
So anyway, we jump in the water and I'm out swimming, getting kicked in the face, what have you, going around the first buoy, coming back to shore, getting bit by jellyfish, take off my bathing suit, get on my bike shorts and bike up the coast. And then at about the 75, 80-mile mark, I pull up to an aid station, and I can't believe what I saw and who was there. It's unbelievable. Fast forward to another year, and I was flying to Atlanta to take a training on bioenergetics with Dr. John Turner, QNRT. And after the first session, this is dealing with the mind body, which is kind of my area of expertise and what I love and what I'm passionate about. And after that weekend, and I got home, I went out for my usual run in the morning, and I noticed that my knee was starting to bother me out of the blue. I didn't do anything in Atlanta. And by a week later, it was getting worse and getting worse. And then I'm at my office and I'm hobbling around, and I'm thinking, and I wasn't able to fix it, nor were any of my colleagues or friends at the time. And I thinking, what's going on here? So I actually bit the bullet and went to an orthopedic surgeon who, I'm waiting an hour in the room. He comes in, 10 seconds, touches my knee, and says, "You have a torn meniscus." And I'm thinking, what? I didn't do anything. It made no sense to me. Nothing was getting better. I went and had an MRI, and it showed I had a complicated lateral meniscal tear. Now, normally people tear their medial meniscus. Mine was lateral. So here I am. And he said, the only way this is going to get better is if you have surgery. And I'm not a surgery kind of guy. And I didn't do it. So I went back and forth to Atlanta because I was getting trained in a protocol. And I'm at the last session of the year, of the month. And John says, "Hey, Michael, come on up here. We're going to do soft tissue." So he does what he does. Most of you have seen me do stuff like that. And anyway, I go back to my seat and don't think of anything. And then we go back. I'm going to fly back to LA, and I have to take in the MARTA. And if ever any of you have been in Atlanta, when you take the MARTA and you're going down to the airport, there's like a zillion steps. And I've got a suitcase, and I'm thinking, there's no way I'm going to be able to get down those steps. Okay. Now, tell me what your goals are and who would like to work with me. Volunteer. Shelley, you're first. Okay. And now, as I work with Shelley, I'd like all of you to kind of create your goals and outcomes, listening to how I coach her. Shelley, what's the area of life that you want to work on?
Let's see. I put mental, emotional, so let's see what that fits into.
Health and
I
wellness?
guess, yes, that would be good.
Okay. Now, when we create an outcome of a goal, the more specific, the better. So, Shelley, I'm going to ask you, I heard what you said. What specifically or specifics do you want to create in the realm of health and wellness?
Specifics.
You understand what I'm asking?
Yep, I think so.
Okay.
I actually wrote down some things yesterday, so let's see. On the physical side, my legs being healed and healthy.
Okay, so wait, just perfect. So I'm going to be a little bit of a stickler, if you know what that is. So it's really, really, really important to be as specific as you can. So Shelley, say it a little bit, say that again, being even more specific.
Okay. Um, I'll go with something that I've worked with you on that's still, it's been reducing, but it's still a little bit there. On the upper part of my legs, let's see, I think that's like the femur below the hips on the outside, both sides. I have pain, especially at night. Uh, I sleep on my sides and it's painful.
So would a goal be, and again, I'm only putting it out there, this has got to be really personal for you. Would a good goal be, I'm creating for this year or the next 6 months, however, to have my right thigh, upper leg, hip be pain-free or something
Yes,
like that?
yes, that's good.
All right, so write that down, please.
Could you repeat it, please?
Yeah, so I'm creating an outcome or a goal for the next 6 months, put whatever you want in it, but for this year, that I am pain-free in my right thigh, hip, and leg.
Can't do both sides?
You can do whatever you want. This is,
Okay.
yeah. The key here, though, is specificity and not what you don't want. A lot of
Right.
people will write goals and they'll say, "Well, I don't want da 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 da," and then what happens is we put all our life force on what we don't want instead of what we do want. So we want to move towards what we want, not move away. All right. Keep going, Shelley. So give me another one. So you want to have your thigh be pain free. Let's have a few more. I'd like to have 3 to 5.
Okay, that my feet will be pain-free. My left and my right foot pain-free particularly on the toes and the tops of my feet.
Okay. So I'm creating.
Specificity. Hold on, I got to
Yeah.
figure out a date.
Yeah. Thank
Uh,
you. Thank you.
let's give December 31st. No, man, let's go for June. June 30th,
Okay. Write it down.
2026.
Perfect. Now, so far, as I'm working with Shelley, does anybody else have any questions about themselves? I'm here. All right, if I don't hear anything, we'll keep going, Shelley. So give me a couple more.
Okay, that I'll be pain-free on my left and right calves and the back, middle back of the calves by June 30th, 2026.
Okay. Jerry, you're going to ask something. Jerry, I can't.
Can you hear me?
Unmute yourself.
Oh, okay. Well, how do I talk then? If I
I
unmute
can hear you
myself.
now.
You could hear
I
me?
did. Yeah.
So under our topic that we're picking to work on, do I understand you want us to pick, like Shelley's working with her hip, but then you want her to pick maybe up to 3 to 5 other parts of the body and health systems she wants to heal?
Oh, look, yeah, let me kind of restate what I'm asking. So I first want everybody to pick a category. So if you're choosing, Sheriff, if you're choosing health and wellness, and it sounds like you are, give me a couple of goals and outcomes within the health and wellness realm that you want to create for this year. It could be anything. Is that clear? Did that land?
Yeah, a couple of outcomes, meaning
Yes.
positive.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
got
would
it.
say
Got it.
3 to 4. Make it really, really compelling, though.
And precise.
Yes. 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 Very good. Any other
Okay,
questions?
thank you.
All right, Shelley, then let's do a couple more.
Okay, I might need your help on this one, Michael. I don't know
That's
how to
okay.
describe it. I've been getting, sometimes I get cramps on either my left or my right side on the just below the knees. So it's not exactly in the back. It's kind of between the back and the front, more towards the back.
Okay. Okay.
How
I
do I
would,
make that positive?
I would say that, I am, my body is cramp free or will be cramp free this year. Okay. Now does everybody have something? Is everybody tracking this for themselves? Yeah? Anybody not?
I have a question.
Yeah, please.
Okay, like you said, pain-free and cramp-free. Is that putting in there the negative aspect because you're hearing pain and cramp? I've heard that sometimes.
I'm not understanding your question.
Well, by saying pain-free, my body's hearing pain.
I
So,
see. I see. I don't have, no, and I'll tell you why. In a little while, yeah, hold off on that. You'll see where that comes in.
okay,
And if it doesn't, we'll circle back.
all right.
Now, for everybody, I want you to look at your goals and I want you to kind of write down what will you see, what will you hear, and what will you feel when you have that goal. And we want to make it really compelling. And
Can
if
you
you have
repeat that,
questions,
Michael?
what's that?
Could you please repeat what you just stated?
Absolutely, absolutely. So I want you to look at your outcomes that you've created, and then I want you to write down what will you see visually, what will you hear, what will you feel when you actually have the outcomes fulfilled. And you want to make it as compelling as possible because that'll pull you even more to it.
I'm not understanding the hearing. What would we hear? Like, give an example.
So what are your outcomes?
Become better at investing versus taking a risk in my business. I don't really know how to word any of this stuff, but
Okay, so we got to play with the wording, okay? Because it's
Yeah.
not specific. Okay, so tell me what you want. What is your outcome?
Finances are like my main
Got it?
goal, right?
Okay.
And then I just kind of wrote that I want to increase my business income 50% in 2026
Wait a second. So business income, what was the percentage?
by 50%. And
Okay, now you don't have to tell us, but I want you to write down what that number would be,
yeah, I
whatever
did.
50% is. Now,
Mhm.
what you want to do is you want to see it. Now, you could see it in a check register, you could see it on your account balance. What would you actually see? What would you hear? What would you hear in your head, your monologue? What would you hear around you? People saying to you, your girl, your daughter. I mean, I'm just making stuff up, but that's what you would hear. And then what would the feeling be? Where would the feeling be? How big would the feeling be? The size of it. You want to really, really get into this. This is different than just writing tasks. Now, Elaine, did that land?
Yeah, so I, seeing my money grow, that's, just seeing that. And hearing in my head is very interesting. I didn't write anything down, but the feeling, I kept writing feelings, which is like just
So-
free, relax, joy.
Perfect. Now, let me just mention the monologue in the head. Every one of us, if we're a human being, and we are, there's a voice that we hear in our head. Most of us notice it. I would think everyone does. So most of the time, that voice is negative. Most of the time. So if you're achieving your goals and your outcomes and you're making 50% more money, what might that monologue be saying? wow, I did it, or something like that. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I'm just giving you, you want to really make this multi-sensory. I mean, we could add in taste and smell, but I don't know that that would be, I think the big ones are auditory, visual, and kinesthetic. Kinesthetic is feeling. Elaine, did that answer your question for that?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else need a little bit of nudging? All right. So, yes. Yes, Vic.
Okay, I'm looking at um a heart valve issue right now.
A what valve? A heart valve issue.
Valve issue.
Got it.
So I'm like, okay, to look at the outcome, what will you see, hear, and feel? And I'm going like, okay, when your outcome is realized, like the doctor stating that the results are amazing, um, I would feel joyful, relieved, happy. Um,
I would add something to that if this is a fit. So, and I don't know because I haven't spoken to you in a long time. So, if the valve, if the replacement is successful, what will you notice with your endurance? What will you notice walking up and down the steps? I mean, I'm just, what else? Those are feelings.
okay. All right.
You might hear the doctor saying, wow, it was a success. I'm really pleased with my performance. You might hear that.
Well, I'm trying to stay away from that part.
But why though? If he or she says, they're really happy with the way it turned out, why would you not want to hear that?
Like, it's not that I wouldn't want to hear that. I really don't want to go through the procedure to
I
begin.
thought you were. Okay, so I misunderstood you. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were going through that. I wrote down heart valve. Oh, you have an issue. Okay. I misunderstood you. I thought you were getting ready you were going to have it done. No.
Well, I'm going through a bunch of tests, but I'm hoping this will okay, miracle.
Okay. Okay. Listen, you get to create whatever you want. This is your creation. What do you want to hear? So maybe what you want to hear is, wow, you know what? We ran all those tests and we're not seeing that you're a candidate for that or something like that in a good,
Right.
something positive. That would be the auditory.
Okay, great. Thank
What
you.
would the visual be?
Um, Test results.
Very good. And then you get to create the test results that you'd want to see visually.
Right.
Perfect.
Good. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Any questions on that part? The next part is, where are you at right now? Meaning, what is your present situation today? Because we always want to have a baseline. So what is your present situation? And where are you now in relationship to your outcome? Does that make sense?
I need you to explain that a little deeper, like
Say that again. What? I didn't hear you.
relationship to that outcome. Like, could you give us some examples?
Yeah. Yeah. So like today, where are you? You don't have to tell us, but where is you want to make 50% more this year, I think is what I heard you say. So where are you at today? What is the actual number? Because we need to know where you are in order to know whether you're growing the 50%. So where are you now in relationship to your outcome? Your outcome is you want to make 50 grand more a year. Where are you at today? And you want to be really, really specific. Does that make sense?
And those are like tracking numbers that I do. That's kind of a habit that I already have. but do we relate it to see, hear?
No.
Uh,
Well,
no.
you could, but for what I'm asking you is you want an actual baseline. So
Okay. Okay. So just the
currently
numbers
I
where
make
I'm at now
50.
to do a comparison.
Yes, because here's the thing though. Well, you'll see as we go along. Good, 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 good. Okay. Now we need to know what is your evidence procedure? Meaning, how will you know that you've arrived at your outcome? Now, for some of you, it'll be in the bank if it's the money thing. If it's a symptom, cramping, pain, the symptom is gone. That's how I'll know. That's what an evidence procedure is. All right. Now, I'm going to teach you something. Some of you already do muscle response testing on yourself. I know Shelly does. Probably Sherry does too. I'm going to show you what I do when I do remote work. And what we're going to make sure now is that you guys are aligned and or congruent with your outcomes. So this is what I do, okay? I get a baseline. I turn my neck all the way to the left and I go all the way to the right. And I can feel that it's pretty even. Then I'll make a statement that's true, that I'm congruent with. My name is Michael. I turn all the way to the side, all the way to the other side, and I'm not feeling any restriction. Now, watch what happens. It's subtle, and then you'll do it to yourself. My name is Elaine. I can feel it tensing right there. My name is Elaine, and I can feel it tensing right there. Were you able to see it? My name is Michael. I go further. My name is Michael. I go further. My name is Alma. I tense up. You want to do it? If you have your own technique already, that's fine. But I want you to kind of get a sense because now we're going to check to make sure that you're actually congruent with your goals and outcomes. Am I making any sense? All right. Alma, can I watch you make your hair back? I know we've done this, so you got it down, but let's just make sure. Turn right and left. And now go left. Okay. Now just say my name is Alma or whatever you want to, your name, and then my name is Jay or some version of that. Yeah. And now throwing it. What did you notice? I can't hear you. There you go.
Sorry, you might hear my dog in the background. Okay,
Okay.
so I first said my name is Alma, and now I'm going to say my name is Jay.
Yeah. There it goes, right there.
Yeah,
And
I
right
can feel
there.
the resistance.
Yeah. That's all I want you to do. Just feel the resistance. Laura, you got it down? Perfect. Shelly, I know you got your technique. Vicky? Okay. Uh, Melissa, I don't know if she's even around. Hi, Melissa. Michael.
Hi, can you
Hi,
hear
nice
me?
to meet you. Yeah.
Nice to meet you. I'm kind of in a noisy place.
Okay. Are you familiar with muscle response testing?
I'm just the finger test, but not the neck test.
Okay, let's just do the neck test just so you have another thing. In the baseline, go all the way to the right and all the way to the left. All right, you moved from the bottom to do that one more time. Okay, okay. And now say, my name is Melissa.
My name is Melissa.
Turn right. Good, good. My name is Shelly.
My name is Shelly.
Turn right. There it goes. All right, I saw it. Did you feel it?
Not really. So is it just kind of stopping?
Yeah, there's a little bit of resistance. So let me explain something to you. All right, there's something called a tendon guard reflex. And what happens is when the body goes into a stress response, the muscles on one side of the body, from the Achilles all the way up to the neck, will tense up every time. So when somebody says something that they're not congruent or aligned with, one side will tense up. You can do the ankles. I do this in the office a lot, and I do it when I self-test myself. I'll do the ankles. It's a real thing. It's a physiological thing, and it's called the tendon guard reflex. So now, what I'd like you to do, and I'll do it with Shelly, and then you watch. Shelly, so what I'd like you to do, and you can do your technique, you have your own thing, but I want you to make the statement on one of your outcomes, I'm okay, and then say the outcome.
Hold on, I gotta go back here.
I'm okay being pain-free in my right
Okay.
thigh.
I'm okay being pain-free in my right thigh.
And now test it to see if you're congruent.
Yes,
Okay. Now you're going to add in the word safe. It is safe for me to be pain-free in my right thigh.
it is safe for me to be pain-free in my right thigh.
Test
I
it.
got a neutral on, I'm doing it. I got a neutral on that one.
Okay. Okay. And now I can trust.
I can trust that I am pain-free in my right side. I got a no.
Okay. I deserve.
I deserve to be pain-free in my right side. No.
I've earned the right.
I've earned the right to be pain-free in my right side. Uh, Inconclusive or
Okay.
neutral.
Now I'm going to invite everybody to check to make sure that you're congruent. Now, before we go ahead and fix or correct what's not congruent, we're going to do a piece after this, which often will clear the incongruency. But I want you to at least test for yourself and then tell me what you get. Am I clear on the directions?
Will you be leading us through each of the different questions we ask ourselves, our body?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes. So,
Would I just do the neck test?
what's that?
Would I just do the neck test?
So Melissa, what category did you choose for your outcomes?
Pain free.
Pain free. Okay, so I'm okay being pain free, and you can do this whatever you're most comfortable with.
Okay.
You want to do I'm okay being pain free. It's safe for me to be pain free. I can trust in being pain free. I deserve to be pain free, and I've earned the right. Those are hook words. They don't mean
Okay.
anything, but if there's something kind of ruminating, it'll show up. And we want to make sure whether your guys are aligned and congruent with what you're creating. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. Let me know when you're complete.
I have a question.
Yeah. Put yourself on mute.
I need the password again, that torn off piece of paper. Did you take it back? or- Then I have a question about the. Are we doing the testing and the turning of the head so that we know we have, so we know if we have hindrances or blockages? And then you're supposed to.
Yeah.
Get my laptop on here.
Where's everybody at? So was everybody aligned with their outcomes? Wow, good, Alma. Lane?
I felt resistance on the left side. I
Yeah,
felt like
okay.
on one side I had a little bit of resistance. It
That's
didn't.
how it works.
Oh,
So did you have them in all the outcomes or just
yeah,
one?
all of them.
Okay. So isn't this helpful? Vicky,
Yes.
anything come up? Were you,
Uh, I was, I'm okay being, I said I'm okay having a fully functioning heart valve. And I had a little bit of resistance, and it's safe for me to have a fully functioning heart valve. I had a little bit, but the other three I was okay with.
right, make a notation of where you had the block. And we're gonna come back to that. Okay, now we're gonna do the next level. And this is to me, is a game changer. And we're gonna talk about values. So in my world, a value is an experience that generalizes over time that we enjoy or we find it is important. I'm hearing an echo again. Okay, so
Sharon,
we're
you need to
gonna-
mute. I think it's Sharon's computer there. Mute.
okay, so now what I'm going to ask you to do with each outcome, and I'm going to do it with Shelley first because that's who who volunteered. So Shelley, the first one that I heard you say was something about being pain-free in your right thigh. Yes?
Yes.
Now, what you each want to ask yourself with the outcomes that you have, why is that important to you? Now watch how we do this. Listen to what happens now. So Shelley, why is that important to you to be pain-free in your leg?
So I can sleep better.
All right, hold on. I'm going to have a little coughing thing. Excuse me, guys. Hold on. Shelley, say that again.
So that I can sleep better.
Okay. Now, why is that important to you?
It affects my my mood, my energy, my outlook on life. I think that's enough.
Now, when you say it affects, I'm going to challenge you to go deeper. So, what's important to you about having good sleep? What will it do for you?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
It helps me to have a more positive outlook.
There you go.
Um,
Okay. Now, why is that important to you to have a positive outlook?
I'm just writing this down. Hold on. Why is it important to me?
Now, what Shelley and I are doing, which I want you to do also, is we're really looking for Shelley's core values. Because when our outcomes are aligned with our core values, magic happens.
Is it better to be thinking about positive outcomes here and not about the things that I'm not having?
Yeah, yes, we don't want to do the not having. We're moving towards. So right now we're doing the first one, which is pain free, and now we kept going deeper and deeper. And you said what's important to you is you'll have a positive outlook. I want to know, why is that important to you?
It helps me to be more motivated, inspired, um, have more energy.
Okay. So Shelley is revealing values that she has. Being motivated is a value for her. Being inspired is a value for her. But I want to go even deeper. So why is being motivated, inspired, and having more energy important to you?
It helps me to feel connected.
Okay, now, beautiful. Why is being connected important to you?
It's a challenge to think of the positive. I kind of go to the negative and then have to figure out what the positive is.
Right, right. So you're somebody that you filter through the moving away, what you don't want in order to figure out what you do want. That's okay.
Right.
That's all right. Now, let's go back to it though. You said you want to feel connected. I believe you. What would that do for you if you were connected, or why is that important to you?
Well, I'm doing a loop back to what I said earlier, so I'm not sure where to go from there.
Okay, if you feel that that's it, then we'll leave it. What is your second outcome?
I I don't remember what we're relating to here. You
Your
mean the
goals.
other
Your goals. You had like three,
my
three or
goals?
four.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so that was it. So my next one had to do with feeling pain-free in my right and left feet on the tops and the toes.
Okay. And I'm just going to ask you the same thing. Why is that important to you?
The answers are pretty much the same
Perfect.
as the other one.
Okay. Do you have a third or fourth goal or outcome?
Let's see. Um, those all the ones that we talked about, they're all pretty much the same.
Okay. Now I'm going to ask you something, and everybody else, I want you to do this as she and I are doing this. All right, Shelley, listen carefully now, okay? If you had motivation and not inspiration, would that be okay for you?
No,
If all you had was motivation, but you were not inspired, would that work for you?
no,
If you had inspiration without motivation,
no, I need both.
you need both. But I'm looking to see which one has more energy for you.
Okay.
So
I guess the inspiration, I would say.
I would too. Okay, now, which is more important to you, having more energy or being connected?
Being connected.
Okay. Which is more important to you, being motivated or having energy?
Having energy.
Okay. So you just identified your hierarchy or your criteria of values. Inspiration, what is what you're saying is really, really high. Being connected is second, and then being motivated is fourth.
How do we get 4 out of 3 things you said?
Oh, did I leave one out? Energy was three.
Okay, inspiration was 1, connection was 2.
Yeah. Energy
Well,
was three, and motivation was four.
okay.
Now, has everybody done something like that right now? Cool. I'm just curious, if you're comfortable saying it, what are your top two values? Call it out.
Inspiration and connection.
Wow. Those were yours, Lane?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, great. Anybody else?
Connection number one, inspiration number two.
Interesting. Wow, cool. Okay. How about you, Laura? Oh,
I don't know yet.
okay. 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 Vicky?
I kind of got lost there.
Okay. Well, let's get you not lost. Okay. So what are your what your outcome? Say it out loud.
Oh, would be more active
Why is that important to you?
because I believe being more active would help me stay healthier.
So being healthy is a value for you. And I'll
Yes.
go deeper. Why is healthy important to you, and what would that do for you?
Why is it important to me?
Yeah.
Because without your health,
Now without is going away from. You want to go
okay.
towards.
Oh, okay. Repeat your question. See,
No. Don't worry. This is different. I understand. Why is healthy important to you? What would it do for you?
it would make me happier.
Aha! There we go. Now, again, we're looking to go deep as we can go. Why is it important for you to be happy? And what would being happy do for you?
I think being happier would this is a weird one that's coming to me. It would make
Okay.
me it would make me healthier to be
Okay.
happier.
Okay. So those two are interrelated. Why else? Why else is it important for you to be happy?
Because it's good for the soul.
It's good for whose soul?
My soul and everybody else around me.
Okay, but here's the thing though. I hear you. Can you be a little bit more specific?
I think
Well,
the,
Let,
hap- the
let me ask you.
happiness within feeds the part of my soul that's connected to everything.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. But I want you to say it a little bit differently, but don't lose what you just said. Okay, I'm gonna say this. This is what I heard, but this is not the exact words. That being happy connects your soul to your higher conscience, something like that. God, call it whatever you want. That's big. That's a huge, very big, very, very big. Now, let me ask you this. If you could have happy over and not have health, would that be okay? Well, let me do it this way. Which is more important to you, healthy or happy? Just say the first thing that comes to your mind.
Happy,
Okay. And what about being connected to your higher power versus healthy?
higher power,
And what about higher power to happy?
higher power.
Yeah. Okay. So your top three values are connection to your higher power is number one,
Mhm.
being happy is number two, and being healthy is number three.
Okay.
Okay. Now, I'd like you to go back to when you tested your congruency with your outcomes, see what, if anything, changed now that you've evoked or elicited your core values.
Oh, okay. Give me a second here. A little bit on the first one. Just the first one.
Oh, I don't know what that means, just the first one. What does that mean?
I'm okay being or having a healthy heart valve.
Okay. And then when you did it safe for me and I can trust, it didn't show.
Correct.
Okay. How about everybody else? Did the values change the congruency?
I'm not
Okay.
sure, Michael, how we're supposed to test this with the
Well,
others.
you're gonna do your pendulum. That's your yes, no.
Right, but so do I go through now? You said I have these four values. So I
Yep.
take the first one and then I do the test with I'm okay, I'm safe, I trust, I deserve, and I earned the right. Is that correct?
With your outcomes, not the values, with the outcomes.
The outcomes.
Being pain-free.
Okay, okay, all right.
Why don't we do this? I'm looking at the time. Why don't we take a 10-minute break and then we'll come back? Because we're gonna do another part of this. So let's come back in 10 minutes.
Michael, can I ask you something really quickly, please?
Of course.
So you wanted us to recheck those original statements, I'm okay with, and so on, with our
Values.
root value that we
Correct.
identified, correct?
Right, correct.
Okay. It's interesting because for my root value, it didn't check out.
It didn't check out.
Yeah, so that was fascinating to see.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
thank you.
So,
Just wanted to
what,
clarify.
yeah, what was your core value, your top core value?
I believe I identified it um, as I am safe with being connected to my higher power. Because that's when I went through that whole series of why is it important to you? Because why, um, and for some reason that didn't check out.
Okay, so could we work together for a minute?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so give me your top two goals or outcomes. What were they? Are they?
So my original goal
Yeah.
was to let me see where that is. I wrote it down 1 second. Um, to create a career change where I can leave teaching and become an EFT tapping practitioner and also teach or instruct teachers on how to use it in their classrooms.
Okay. So let's make that way more specific. So what I heard you say was you want to create a career. I'm not going to be exact, but pretty much as an EFT practitioner and teacher slash coach.
Mhm.
So write that down.
Okay.
Did you have a second one?
No, I just came up with that one because that's what I
That's fine.
understood that we were supposed
That's fine.
to, come up with a specific goal. But if I had a second one, it would be to be more financially abundant because of that goal. They're kind of
Okay.
connected.
Right. But I'm going to leave the financial piece out for right now. I
Okay.
want to do that under a specific heading. So
Sure.
are you, when you did I'm okay creating myself as an EFT practitioner and coach, were you congruent?
Yes,
And then it's safe for me.
I did all of that and it was congruent. I have a different way of testing it where I stand and my body sways forward for yes and
That's what
backwards for
Shelley
no.
does. Shelley
Yeah,
does a similar thing. Okay, cool. Now, why are those important to you?
so that I can feel more fulfilled
Okay, so
while
fulfillment,
being
good.
free from stress. Because I'm fulfilled in my job now, but it's so extremely stressful that it's taking a toll on my health
Got it.
and my family.
Okay. Now, why is being fulfilled important to you?
Because I feel happy and complete when I'm helping others. Being fulfilled by helping others, such as children.
I'm writing it down. Okay. And why is that important to you?
Because it gives me a sense of purpose in my life.
Beautiful. And why is that important to you?
Because it inspires me and helps me feel happy and enjoy my life.
Perfect. Okay. So let's get the criteria. Which is more important to you, being fulfilled or being happy? Quick, you want to just go with whatever you.
Fulfilled.
Okay. And what is more important to you, happy or being complete?
Complete.
Being purposeful or being on purpose and inspired, which is more important?
Being inspired. Sorry about my dog in the background.
I don't even hear it. It's okay.
Okay.
And what about being happy and on purpose?
Happy.
Okay. Being fulfilled or being happy?
And that's tricky because I feel like if I'm fulfilled, it makes me happy. So I
Okay,
guess
so that's
fulfilled.
fulfilled. That's what I would say. And what about fulfilled or complete?
They're kind of one and the same to me. It's like splitting hairs. Fulfilled.
Okay. Okay. And then fulfilled and purpose.
Fulfilled.
So in this, your number one value is being fulfilled. Now let's find out what number, and then I think being happy or complete.
So you're asking me which one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Complete.
That's what I have. Good. Okay. So that's number two. Happy or on purpose?
Happy.
On purpose or inspired?
Inspired.
Your core values in order are being fulfilled, being complete, being happy, being inspired, and being on purpose. So this is really important to you. Now, knowing what a person's core values are in relationships with family will give you a lot of information about what's going on to know about the other person. The context that we're doing right now is having our values align with our goals and outcomes. What a lot of people do, well, let's, I don't even want to do it that way. Lane, what, I want to know what your values, your core values are. What did you come up with?
Okay. I'm not sure if they're values, because when we were talking about it, when you were talking about values, I wrote, why is increasing my business income 50% important to me? No?
Yes, yes. Why is that important to you?
Okay, yeah. So when you asked that, I just listed some things that were important to me.
Like what?
Uh, I get to travel more.
Okay,
My taxes would be paid easily. Is that the kind of stuff I'm supposed to be
okay,
listing?
no, no. So let's just
Okay.
back up.
Okay.
All right. So in the realm of making 50% more money, why is that important to you?
Less stress.
Not less. That's a move away from.
Oh, that's a move away from when I say less. Okay.
Less. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Um, okay. More calmness.
Calmness, peace.
Peace. Yeah.
Okay. Wait, wait. So why is calmness and peace important to you? And what would they do for you?
Bring me more freedom.
Beautiful. Now, what would freedom, why is that important to you? And is it, well, I'm going to just ask you that. Freedom, why is freedom important to you?
I want freedom to do more in my community, volunteerism or giving. I want more of that. I don't know if I should list, like, I want to travel. I want to,
I'm gonna put the travel under freedom.
okay. Oh, yeah.
Now,
Right,
so
right.
let me ask you, you listed four great values. Which is more important to you, calmness or peace?
I feel those are the same, but
Oh,
peace, peace,
peace. Okay. What about calmness and having freedom?
freedom,
What about being able to give to others versus calmness?
give to others.
Okay. So what you identified as your core values in this context, it's really important for you to have peace. I'm going to add in peace of mind. That seems to be really important to you. Having freedoms is very, very important to you. Being able to give to others is important to you, and calmness is important to you. Those are your top four. Now, now that you've identified the top four, now you want to cross-check it with I'm okay with, and now doing your goals and see if now you're congruent.
Do I use the words peace, freedom as I say that, or I just
Not
repeat
yet,
I
not
am?
yet.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Often just identifying the values handles the incongruency before. So let's just check.
And now I'm going to repeat these questions. I'm okay.
Yes,
It's
yes,
safe. I can trust. Okay,
yes,
all right. You want me to turn off my audio and do that just on
yeah,
my,
yeah. And if you want to, everybody else want to take a minute or two, take a few minutes while Elaine's doing that, that's okay.
to help my memory.
Perfect.
This
So
was-
Michael, when I was doing that, my left side is easy. Or
So
it was
what?
like
So
I
that's it. That
felt-
tells me it released. Yes.
Yes, that was amazing.
That's kind of what often happens when somebody is aligned and they identify their values. It shifts the incongruency from before. Okay, is there anybody where the values elicitation did not clear the initial outcomes? All right, I'm not getting anything, so I'm going to figure no.
Times for me, it was going so fast. I couldn't get the values match, practicing it enough because I was really wanting to listen what Shelley was going through with pain as opposed to me with finances. So
Got it. Got it.
I was doing a multi-purpose thing.
Hmm. Let's take a 10-minute break.
It is a lot. Wait.
Okay.
Okay, go. Whoops. Okay. You're doing, you don't have to do that.
Oh,
I already did it.
what do I do?
Turn it on its feet. Oh. I just opened this. Now we're going to do that. Okay.
All right. So we're not going to turn the camera yet, but I want to just see
You
something.
might see the alignment. You might move the box and see the alignment of the lane, you know, that's really up in the photo. Are you gonna wanna see my whole, it's not moving the whole body or?
What I'm going to want, what I'm going to want you to see is you're going to be here, your
Yeah.
head, and your leg's going to be here.
Mhm.
Lay that on your back. We'll do a stand then.
I'll take this vest off.
Okay, now I'm going to take your leg and I'm going to abduct it. I want to see how far. Let me do it.
Oh,
Let me do it. So it's feeling like it's stopping there. Would you agree?
yeah.
Okay, now, that's gonna be our baseline. Have you had any in your life, mammograms? Ever?
Yes.
Have you had any root canal work? Ever?
No, not
Okay.
root canal.
Okay, have you ever had,
Oh,
have you ever had any, traumatic injuries, any surgeries, any,
yeah, I had a hysterectomy,
what else?
tonsillectomy.
What else?
I had, a torn right knee meniscus.
Keep going, what else?
Jumping broken,
You had the skin stuff here, I'm calling that something.
oh, rashes.
Yeah, we'll test it, yeah.
That's what I have. Cataracts out. I don't know.
We might, we'll check it, what else?
Has a lot. I had a car accident,
When you injure in the car accident,
my right foot, my knee, all the way up,
okay, and then
like diagonal.
okay, so we're gonna do all that stuff. And I'll show you, let me help you out, I'm not gonna do it yet.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any questions since you on the other thing, on the values?
Do I have any questions?
Yeah,
No, I just want to practice it.
yeah, well, one thing at a
Yeah,
time.
but
Yeah,
I think I got it
good,
because we, you know,
yeah.
went through it before.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just
Yeah, this is not your first time, but it's, you present it.
yes, more absorbable.
Yes.
Michael, I don't know if you noticed, but I wrote a little question in there for you just so I wouldn't forget it.
I didn't see it. What is it?
I was just wondering, once we get to that base foundation list of core values, do we test those too?
Yeah, we're gonna do that right now. Why don't you start that? So,
Well,
so all right, so I'm gonna wait one more minute. So I'm gonna ask the really great question, and let's just do that now. And the question was, do we test the core values, whether we're congruent with it? And usually we are, but sometimes we're not. So I'm okay being fulfilled. It's safe for me. I can trust. I deserve. I've earned the right to be fulfilled. And then you do the same sequence with happy, complete, uh, purposeful, and inspired.
I
Did that?
actually did it during our break.
And just curious, were you congruent with it?
Not all of them, which was
Uh,
very interesting. The first
very
three
interesting.
I was, but the last two, inspired and on purpose, came up as no's.
Okay. So we're going to come back to that. So because you know how I work, why don't you do um, the ones that didn't come up and then turn your neck to, well, you did that, and then do the I options. Now, I'm going to talk about that, but Alma already knows this because we've known each other for a long time. You're going to rotate your eye. This is called eye movement integration. And you're going to, Alma, you're going to rotate your eyes 10 times clockwise, 10 times counter, 10 vertical, 10 horizontal on the ones that were not congruent. And then recheck and pay attention to what comes up.
Michael, did you say 10 times clockwise and 10 times counterclockwise?
Yes. Now, Sherry, did you check whether you were aligned with your core values? I can't hear you. Yeah. All right.
You have to unmute, Sharon.
Sherry, gotta unmute.
Unmute.
Okay, it's okay. It's okay. So what's the question?
My goal about working on my timesheets and getting them submitted in a timely manner. It came up when I would see, hear, and feel. It didn't jive when I heard my partner say, "Congratulations, you got all that paperwork done and off the table."
So for this class, for what we're doing right now, you want to pick an area of your life. Finances or organization or both?
Kind of both. This goes under that.
All right, so finances. So
Yeah.
so then you want to write down 3 to 5 specific outcomes under finances/organization.
And the outcomes
Is
are
that-
what I see, feel, hear. No, that's
No,
not
no.
it.
Yeah, so give me one outcome for finances.
One outcome would be I could get a new roof.
Not you could get a new roof. So I am getting a new roof in 2026.
I'm getting a new roof in 2026.
Okay, that's an outcome. And then what would be another one?
Another one would be that, I don't know, pay property taxes easily.
Okay, to me, no,
No.
not.
How do you know the
Sorry to
no,
interrupt.
yes?
I'm
What,
sorry,
what, what?
so sorry to interrupt, but Laura, it got disconnected and needs back
Oh.
in. Sorry
Got it.
about that, guys.
Okay.
Continue.
So
Finances,
under action steps would be paying your taxes.
a new car.
Those are outcomes. I will have a new car in 2026. That would be an outcome. Then you want to ask, why are those important to you? And you list that's going to give you your values. And you want to go deeper and deeper. And then you want to make sure that you're aligned with that. I'm okay having I don't know what your values are with that. But then you want to make sure you're okay with that. It's safe for you, I can trust.
So I do the value thing when you ask, what about having a new car is important to you?
Yeah, and one of your goals is I want a new car. I will have a new car. I want a new car this year. Why is that important to you?
For safety.
Then you put safety.
Okay,
Why
got
is, why is,
Got it. Yes, thank you. Okay,
okay,
thank you.
okay. All right, where are we at right now with you?
I have a question. Michael, when you were talking to us and, we were listing our values, you were asking everybody different questions. It felt like, hey, Lane, you have, calmness, peace, more. How did we come up with those again? Is that coming up from, because everybody else, like you were asking somebody else inspiration and somebody else you had, connections, energy. So how did we come up with those values?
So do you know what's the definition of a value? The definition is an experience or experiences that have generalized, meaning it's happened throughout your life that you deemed important to you. So I asked people, given your outcomes, why is that important to you? Or what would that do for you? And then I ask, why is that important? And why is that important? And you want to get to, I mean, I say you want to get to being fulfilled, happy, complete, purpose, and inspired. Those are core values for somebody. Peaceful, freedom, giving to community. Those are core values. Those are really, really important. And we want to make sure that those core values are aligned. So now you want to check. I mean, Alma already did it. I'm okay having peace of mind or having peace. It's safe, I can trust. With each of your values, you want to make sure that you're completely aligned. Mostly you
That's
will be.
incredible. Okay. So we really are determining our core values, and then that will align us with our goals. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So have you done that? Are you aligned? So Alma, when you did the I options, did that clear it?
Well, I was going to ask you actually, I know I've done it millions of times with you, but I never had to think about it because you always did it. Because
Right.
you did say you're going to review it in just a moment. Should I just wait or
Yeah.
could you review it again, how to do
Yeah.
that?
Yep. But I want to make sure, did everybody check whether you're congruent or aligned with your core values? Perfect. And by this, does that mean everybody is? Great. Anybody not? All right. So when you're not, what will clear it 99.99% of the times is doing eye movement integration. Now, when someone's with me in my office, I do it for them because I'm quick and I've done it so long. So you move the eyes in a clockwise and counterclockwise manner, horizontal and vertical, 10 to 15 times in each direction while you're thinking about whatever you're thinking about. Now, some people will do it without touching. They'll just kind of move it around. Some people, it's easier to kind of move it themselves. It doesn't really matter. And then after you've done a set of, my throat gets a tickle, hold it. After you do the eyes, you go back and check. Often it'll complete it, if you will.
What are we thinking about when we do that?
Whatever in the values case, the value. So basically I'm okay being peaceful. So if that didn't clear, then you're thinking to yourself, I am peaceful, and then you're doing the eyes. Now, what happens sometimes is when you do that, you will get an insight or a hit. You have to just pay attention. Sometimes you won't. But that often clears it because you definitely want to be congruent with your core values. All right? Yes. Okay. Question. Shelley?
You said you get a hit telling you what to do instead of, or in addition to,
No.
or what?
You're really good at getting hits. You're like actually masterful. So you could be doing whatever you're doing and you'll get kind of a sense, I call it a hit, as to something. So when you do the eyes, it activates parts of the brain and then it releases energy in the form of an insight or a hit or something, if that makes any kind of sense.
So I'm just wondering about the objective here is to clear whatever is not cleared,
The objective is to be congruent,
congruent.
being aligned. That's the objective.
Okay.
And if see, in doing this, usually if you're congruent with your values, that's going to translate into all aspects of your life. I told Lane that there's lots of categories that could be done. When you hit the core values in money or you hit the core values in relationships, there's going to be overlap and it's going to impact all areas of your life. What you're doing today will impact all areas of your life. It's ridiculously powerful. Laura, yay.
Hi, Michael. So what just to be clear again, when doing the pattern, it's 10 to 15 times, and you begin counterclockwise, then clockwise, then horizontal, then vertical.
It doesn't have to be in that order, but you want to cover all four directions.
Okay.
I'm still not clear what I'm thinking or asking while I'm
Okay.
doing.
Okay, so right now, the context that we're in right now are your values. So I'm asking each of you to check, I'm okay having peace.
Okay.
If you lock up and a part of you's not, then you think about the having peace and you do the eyes.
Are we also asking, are we safe with peace? All that?
Yes, you want.
I can trust peace. I can.
I can trust having peace. I
Uh-huh.
deserve to have peace. This makes it really thorough by putting all those pieces in.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. I want to make sure. Are there any questions on what we just did? If you do nothing else, it's already a game changer. Everything else is going to be gravy. So we'll wait for Lane to finish and then we're going to move on. All right. Everybody complete with that? Thumbs up? Great. Okay. Next question. So, is it congruently desirable? We already know that. Now, here's the question. What will this outcome get for you or allow you to do? And then, are you sure you want it? So, I'm going to say this again. This is for you to write down. What will your outcome do? What will your outcome get for you or allow you to do? And once you get the answer, are you still sure you want it? So ask yourself the question, and if just thumbs up if you're complete and you still want it. Good, good, Laura. Good. Anybody else? Thumbs up if you did. Good,
Quick
good, good, good.
question.
Yeah.
Are we working at like a value level or is it
We're
more?
back. No, we're back on the outcomes now.
Okay.
Next question. Is it self-initiated and self-maintained? Now, what that means is it only for you? Are you the only person in charge of your results? Think about that.
Michael, I have a question. I'm a little lost. What the outcome will get for you. So
So,
the
what's the payoff for you to have your outcome manifested?
so
You'll have
that
more
that would be
energy.
related. Go ahead.
What?
Is that related to your values?
It's for what we're doing now is your goals and outcomes. So the question is, you being paid, it's a little bit of a repetitive question. We've already answered this, but we're doing it again on a little bit deeper level. If you being pain free, you're going to have more energy, right? I forgot what we wrote down with you before.
Inspiration,
All that.
connection.
That's what it's going to get you.
Okay. So if the answer is yes, and that you don't have to do all those 5 things, you just said this is a one response,
Yes,
regarding
correct.
to the.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
And then if you
Correct.
still want it. Okay. Thank you.
Yes. where, when, and how, and with
Excuse me,
whom do you want this with? Oh, yeah, Vic.
sorry. You said, number two, is it self-initiated or is, and then I missed that.
Okay. Is it only for you, the outcome? Are you the only person in charge of your results? And either you are or you aren't. And if you're not, who else is involved?
It's only for you, for you. Not always. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Now, is your outcome appropriate in all contexts? So where, when, how, and with whom do you want it? So you want to look at your goals and outcomes. Where, when, and how do you want it? Now, you could think, I want it for myself. I want it for my family. I mean, these are just me throwing out some examples. And then there's going to be a really big question. Are there any drawbacks in any of these contexts? So I'm going to just ask, it just kind of, it is, let's see. So are your outcomes good in all contexts? So for some of you that are married, if you achieve your outcomes and goals, will it be cool with your partner? Will there be any kind of anything with, this is just as an example. You with me?
So these are just single answers, yes, no, right?
Yeah, and if it's no, then you want to go a little bit deeper.
Deeper with what, like what?
Hold on, let me drink something.
Okay.
If it's no, then we put ourselves, it's not cool to partner. Or is it weird?
Oh, we have identified with it. Yeah. Okay, so Shelley, ask me the question.
Okay, I think I missed a couple of questions here. Okay, I have where, when, how, and with whom do you want it? Are you in charge of the results? So it's just yes, no, and this is regarding all your outcomes that you had from before, that you're testing each of those?
That is correct. So let me just, for those of you who are in relationships, I mean, everybody is, but I'm talking about romance where you live with the person. There might be times that you're creating an outcome that might not fly with your partner. It'd be really, really good to identify that now. So that's kind of what we're talking about. Does that make sense?
Like the one where it says, "Are you in charge of the results?"
Well,
Go ahead.
you being pain-free, are you in charge of the results? Yes or
Well,
no?
I think at a higher level, I would say yes.
Well, yeah, you're in charge. So, okay, I get it now. I get it now. So let me say it this way. Are you causing the matter of your life, or are you at the effect of your life? Now that's a little, when I say, are you a cause of the matter, are you fully responsible and accountable for your life? Yes or no?
I guess for me, there's a difference between my belief and my um, actualization in my life. Because I
Okay.
feel like if I were, in congruence with my belief, then I wouldn't have these things, these that I'm working to.
So, so you're bringing something up that is a part of all this, but we wouldn't have the time to deal with it. So you're kind of bringing it up now. I'm going to address it. So there's something called beliefs, and for a lot of us, there's something called limiting beliefs, beliefs that don't serve us. So my plan was, you know, in a month, have another workshop where I teach you how to actually clear limiting beliefs. Because beliefs, what we believe, we don't even think about. It's unconscious. It's like part of us. And some of these beliefs we made up when we were, young and no longer serve us. And there's many ways to complete limiting beliefs. One of the things that I'm going to share with you today, I'm just going to share with you the process, is actually working with with not the content, but the structure of the belief. What do I mean by that? So if I'm going to, I hope I'm not going to confuse you now, but I'm going to address it just to kind of plant the seed. So if I have you close your eyes and I have you think about something that you believe and something that you're certain that you believe, I will ask you, are you seeing it? Most of you will say, yes, I'm seeing it. And I'll say, where is the location that you're seeing it? And you'll show me. I'll ask you, is it bright? Is it dim? Is it moving or is it still? Then I'll ask you about what is a belief that you used to have that you don't have anymore? The whole Santa Claus thing. I mean, there's lots of them. I'm going to do the same thing. Where do you see the belief that you used to have that you no longer have it? It's probably going to be in a different location. And then I'm going to ask you, what new belief do you want instead of the limiting belief? And then you're actually going to move the location and change the modalities of the different belief of the positioning. There's going to be a kinesthetic part and an auditory part. That's how one of the ways I'm going to teach you how to shift limiting beliefs. So what I'm doing right now is just planting the seed. Shelley, I heard you. Are you cool to move forward a little bit now? Or are you still kind of stuck a little bit?
I think so. I think it's I'm thinking about it at this other level you're talking about. So if I say let's see, are you in charge of the results? That's the one that I was
Okay.
stuck on.
Okay. The way it's intended, not like is God in charge or this in charge, or is basically, are you in charge in terms of the fact that you're making it a priority makes it that you're in charge. I mean, that's the context.
Okay, then I'm fine.
I'm just gonna, not used to talking so much, so give me a second. Okay. Now, does everybody know when I say what a resource is? Do you know? I'm going to say, what personal resources do you have that will allow you to achieve your outcome. Now, what do I mean by resource? So for Alma, she wants to master EFT, teach it, and be and teach other teachers or what have you. So what resources does Alma need to have? Alma?
Well, the first thing I thought is I need to get completely certified in EFT. I've got level 1 certification, but I feel like I need to have the full certification.
So we're not there yet. So
Okay.
that would be an action step.
Oh, got it.
So for you to take the initiative, that would be what I think would be a resource, the initiative to go out and get the certification, that would be a resource. Motivation to even want to do it would be a resource. As an example, you come up, each of you, what resources will you need to manifest your outcome?
So can I ask another question about that? Would experience doing it count as a resource?
That's not what we mean.
Okay.
Resources, what the way I'm talking about it are internal states. Persistent, disciplined, motivated, stuff like that. So, what personal resources do you have to have that will allow you to achieve that? And then, do you know anyone who has achieved it? And then you want to ask, what resources did they have? So, for Alma, years ago, I became a master practitioner in NLP, and part of the curriculum, I got certified as an EFT practitioner. I was motivated, I was highly interested, I was passionate to learn it. I saw the value of the impact it could have on kids and other people and my clients. Those are resources. I want to make sure I'm clear. Everybody tracking? Good. And then you want to ask yourself, who else do you know that has accomplished your similar outcomes, and what resources did they have?
So, am I hearing you correctly, Michael? In that basically it's like to begin with, it's like the personal resources would be something that's like internal that can then go out, basically like consistency, motivation, time, and then web that out to like, money, ability to do it, things along those lines, and then continuing webbing it out. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. So well, I don't know what your outcome is, but let's just say it was everybody for every outcome to accomplish it, it's the person is going to need to have some resources. That's the word that we're using. And resources are states of being. Some of you have been in the office and I've had you imagine a time when you felt really powerful. Imagine the time those are resources. That's just the word. So what resources will you need to accomplish your outcomes? And then a way to go a little bit deeper is, who do you know that's doing or has accomplished that outcome? What resources do they have? And then I'd have you close your eyes and imagine you have it now, the outcome. Other than those mentioned, what resources did you use to accomplish it or to get it? and then write that down. This is just other ways to kind of go dig a little bit deeper in the resources.
Okay, thank you.
All right, everybody cool with what so far? Thumbs up if we can move on. Otherwise, cool. Now, in the NLP world, we always want to check with ecology. Ecology in the NLP world is wanting to make sure that it's good, that it has a positive intention. So we ask, for what purpose do you want it? For what purpose do you want it? Why? What's the purpose? And you want to make sure it's positive. It's not going to hurt anybody. And then you ask the question, what will you lose or gain if you get it? If what you're going to do is going to cause a negative for somebody, you definitely want to reevaluate the outcome. So we like to check for ecology. That's the word in the NLP world. What's the intention, or what's the purpose that you want it? Lane said earlier, part of what one of her purposes was, she wants to get, my words, but kind of help people and give back to the community. That's a lovely ecological purpose. So you want
So
to
it
look,
goes,
I'm sorry, what?
it goes back to your values then, right?
It all goes back to values. Yeah, values yes, it all goes back to your values. Okay, now, everybody with me? Moving forward? Now, state your outcomes in positive language. So we're kind of reviewing now. So write down, what specifically do you want? Not what you don't want. What specifically do you want? Let me know when you've all done that.
It seems to me, since this is a review, that we're just going back to what we came up with before to see if there's anything different.
Yes, and then we're going to future pace it. Yes.
Okay.
Now I'm going to use a word called disassociated in comparison to associated. So I'm going to have you imagine yourself in a disassociated position. What I mean is you're actually looking at yourself. You're not in yourself looking around. If you're in yourself, we're calling that associated. And if you're outside of yourself looking at yourself, we're calling that disassociated. I want you to imagine it's a year from today, 2027. I want you to imagine that you've accomplished your outcomes. And I want you to see yourself, hear what you would be hearing, and feel what you would be feeling in a disassociated state. You're seeing yourself out in a year, and you could put whatever you want in it. And after you've done that, I'm going to invite you to write it in present tense. I have X. I am the X, and I do. I've achieved this because, and then fill in the blanks.
Say it again for my slow mind, please. I have X and then what?
So you want to write down, the outcomes. I have X. I am X, or I do X. And I'm going to get a tissue, but I'm going to throw another one in. All right, this is going to sound really kind of weird, but it's done on purpose. So write this down. What will happen if you get it? And the it is your outcome. Now, this is where it gets a little mind crazy, but it's perfect language. What won't happen if you get it? What will happen if you don't get it? What won't happen if you don't get it? I'm going to read those again, and it's purposely scrambling your brain, the languaging, purposely. It's allowing you outside the borders. What will happen if you get it? And then what will happen if you don't get it? And you want to really, really write it down. Then what won't happen if you get it? What won't happen if you get it? And what won't happen if you don't get it? Four. Can you hear me? All right. Are there any questions? So, in relationship to, yeah, Vicky.
Okay, I got, what will happen if you get it?
Your
What
outcome.
won't- Pardon?
Your outcome.
Okay, that's the outcome, right. What won't happen if you don't get it? What won't happen if you get it? And then you had another one at the end.
What won't happen if you don't get it? Double negative.
Okay, thank you.
Now, just going to ask. So, in relationship to your, oh, you know what? There's one more thing that I completely didn't do that I'm going to do now. All right. I want everybody to look at your outcomes, and I'd like you to write 3, I'll use Elaine's words, tasks. I'm going to call them action steps that you will have to, that you will choose to do to further accomplish and fulfill on your outcomes. Are you with me on what I'm asking? Action steps, tasks. So this is where Alma said, well, I'm going to have to get certified. That's a task. I'd like you to come up with 3 or 4 action steps that each of you will need to do for your given outcomes. And then after you write them down, I want you to test to make sure you're congruent and aligned doing it. I'm okay getting certified in EFT. it's safe for me. I'm using yours as an example because, I just relate to it. It's safe for me. I can trust in getting certified in EFT. I deserve. That would be one action step. And you want to make sure that you're congruent because what happens? I want to lose weight. Well, what's an action step? I'm going to have to blah, 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 blah. And if you're not congruent, you're not going to do it and you're not going to get the result. So each of you take the time with your neck or your the other one where you rock back, where you go back and forth, and make sure that you're congruent with your action steps. So did everybody, I don't know, if this is too fast. Is everybody congruent with your tasks, your action steps? Isn't that amazing? That's great. Now, I would bet if we just did the tasks without all the pre-work that you did, you would not be congruent with all the action steps and tasks. But you did all the work. Now you're aligned. Now you'll make decisions along the way based on your core values. That's now your compass. All right, covered a lot. Are there any questions?
Yes, I have a question. So when I was doing the muscle testing and turning my head on my tasks, I was still getting a little tension. So does that mean that?
That means you're not 100% congruent. You want to be tension free.
On the
So
task?
so do the I options on where you were not congruent.
Okay.
And I'll
Okay.
wait. I want you to do it. I want you to.
You don't have to wait. I can do it all later.
Okay. But that's what you would do.
Michael,
Yes.
yeah, I had a question regarding when you told us to see if we're congruent. So that's for the action steps to make
Yes.
sure we're congruent
Yes.
with each of
Yes.
those. I am
Yes.
okay, everything. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So for the goal setting outcomes, the game, as I call it, is you want to be aligned or congruent with whatever you're creating. And most people are not. There's a parts conflict. Part of them wants it, and a part of them doesn't. Now, I'm going to introduce something to you. This is kind of an add-on that I'm just going to present to you right now. it's just another way to kind of just be more anal and to be more covering yourself. So you want to start to pay attention to whether you have a feeling that there's a resistance. So, Lane, you just said that there was a resistance on one of the action steps. And you might want to consider asking yourself, what is the resistance? And often it's a way to protect the values. Jeffrey,
Yeah, sorry.
I'm going to say that again. So often, not all the time, you might hear in your head or you might feel kind of that there's an objection or a resistance or something. And I'm going to invite you to take the perspective of asking, so what's the resistance? What's the objection? And you want to take the position that it's somehow protecting you and your values. Now that's going to be, wrap your head around that. It's a new way of, I think, a new way of being. But when we have an objection or resistance, consider that often it's in violation of one of your core values. All right. I don't know. I can't read the crowd here. Talk to me.
Does that mean that one of the tasks that I had some resistance? So
Yeah.
is it
So
like just
wait,
telling me
let's
that
just do it.
maybe that's not going to bring me calmness? That task is not going to bring me my core values. That if
Yes, that
if I
there
try to
might
do it,
let's look at it in reality. Which was the task that you had a little bit of resistance on going one direction?
yeah, I just like listed like to create my increase. I wanted to create a like a book or a PDF or something like that for, so
Okay.
that
Now,
would that I had some resistance in that.
okay. So perfect. So if the resistance was a way to protect you in a positive way, what might it be protecting? Look at your values.
Probably my peace, my
Speak to
freedom,
that. Say more.
yeah, my calmness. It might interfere in those values.
Exactly. So once you identify that the resistance has a pure positive intention of protection, then you get to say, do you really, what's more important to you, to be protected or to take it to the next level and maybe be uncomfortable?
What if I inside want to be uncomfortable and take it to the next level? Am I going against my values by
Ask me
wanting?
that again. And say that
What
again.
if I want to go forward and be uncomfortable and still do the task, although I know it's going to be like interfering with some of my values? Is that a healthy way to proceed, or should I be listening to my resistance?
I think that the first thing that you said, even though you say you want to, there's a part of you inside that doesn't. And unless you integrate the two, the chances are you won't accomplish it. So you want to integrate the two. It's a parts conflict. I'm protecting. And I'm saying, so what is it they want to protect? Answer me.
I want to protect my peace, my freedom.
Okay. So what it's protecting is it's wanting the same thing at the end of the day, which is what? Your what?
I'm not clear on that question.
Okay. So you're wanting peace, yes?
Yes.
and you're wanting to expand and go out of your comfort zone. Yes.
Yes.
When do you think that protective part came online for you?
Well, during the exercises we were doing, that resistance, I
No,
felt.
no, that's not what I'm asking. I'm sorry. Let me do a better job of communicating. So right now, you're a mature woman and you're comfortable going to the next level. I'm betting that you created the resistance a long time ago when you didn't have the same resources and desires that you have now. That's what I'm asking.
Yes, that's probably true for sure.
So you're not the same person. Both parts of you want the same thing. They want you to fulfill your values. You've created new values now. This other part of you means well. It's not trying to hold you back. It wanted to protect that part of you. You want to let it know that it's okay now and then merge because both parts want you to succeed.
Wow.
Did that
Okay.
land?
Yeah, that landed for sure. And doing the eye exercises and the things that you showed us today can accomplish that.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes, yes,
Mhm.
yes.
Thank you, Michael. That is awesome.